Welcome to The Score, the free epicenter of local high school sports. We've got it all, so don't miss out. Brace yourself for fierce competition, highlights, and unforgettable moments, all brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates. One of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. Also brought to you by Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire Battery and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. PJ Diggs, the excavation pros. If it's dirt, they do it. Renewal by Anderson, award-winning replacement windows and doors. Schedule your free consultation today. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Computer Improvements, Water Street, Skowhegan, your headquarters for computer maintenance. Dixon's Country Market in Benton, with 24-hour diesel service and the best takeout food around. And by Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Now, let's go live to Mike Violet and AJ Knight.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Ice Vault in Augusta, where this afternoon The Score brings you live coverage of boys high school hockey as the John Baptist Crusaders are in town to take on the Cony Rams. I'm Mike Violet. He's AJ Knight. Ryan Bell is here for the final time, at least for now. And the lovely Ashley is our videographer here tonight, who happens to be the significant other of AJ Knight. Glad to have her be available for this one tonight. We don't know what she sees in AJ, but we'll leave that aside and talk about hockey here tonight. We've got a matchup between two teams that are playing some decent hockey so far, especially Cony. They come in with a record of 5-3, and of course, their goaltender is someone we are familiar with from the football season, AJ, and that's Legatron, Landon Foster, in net today for the Cony Rams.
Yeah, they've been pretty solid.
Some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Welcome to Sparkling Ice. All right, team, another fruitful day at Sparkling Ice. Orange mango, how's it looking?
Big and orange.
Poetry. Vitamins and antioxidants, talk to me. Hi. Good talk. Strawberry lemonade, how is it flowing?
We have achieved Class 5 flavor rapids.
Love it. Bottle it. Sparkling Ice, anything but subtle.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
You know, credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan. When it comes to your family's winter safety, 201 Tire Battery and Service and Nokian Tires has your back with a Hakkapeliitta R5. These Nokians are pure safety, offering comfort plus increased range for electric vehicles and hybrids. Get your Nokian Hakkapeliitta R5s at 201 Tire Battery and Service, your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust, Nokian tires to keep you safe on the road. Your safety team is Nokian Tires and 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201 Vassalboro.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257, 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer? Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, and our score crew back here. Lapsed and Cony in high school hockey. And LePage at center. Good stand-up check there by Burgoyce. Burgoyce on the loose puck. Will Burgoyce works it to the left. Pass in front, went right through the crease at the top of the crease. Nobody there for John Bapst. Bapst able to keep it in. They've had the better of the play so far. They've certainly had the territorial edge. Needham slides it up. And now behind the net. They work it back to Needham. High shot. Foster with a save. Loose puck. He dives on it. And Foster with that big body of his able to get on that loose puck and smother it and get a face-off. That'll be to his right. 12:24 to go in the first. No score. That was the first shot of the game. It is Brown on the face-off with Ray Deneen. Deneen wins the draw. Back to LaValle in the corner. LaValle and Owen Marriott going at it. At the right point, John Bapst able to keep it up and in the zone. It's Marriott. Marriott slides it down low into the left wing corner. Pinched by LaValle there. Marriott couldn't pull it free. Back out it goes outside zone. It was a delayed offside. Now jumping on the loose puck is Deneen. Slides it into the zone. Cony, which hasn't had much pressure so far, with the puck in deep now. Pass goes all the way back to the right point to Smith. Smith just knocks it around the boards. And on the near side, picked up by Gunner. Misplaying it in his own zone with Smith. And a shot right on and a save by Foster. Shot right on by Curtis Brown, and Foster makes the stop. Cleared out to center, and now we've got a whistle, and we've got a cross-checking penalty coming here. Curtis Brown, who catapulted over the boards. So John Bapst is going to be shorthanded as Brown goes out for a cross-check at 3:33. So Cony on a power play. Chance to get a jump here. Left point, or right point, that is Waddle. Waddle now to the left point, and mishandling it on the stick handle was Oliver Rodrigue. Rodrigue is a freshman. Back there playing defense and playing on the power play here. Puck loose at center, swatted at by Luke Ghetto. Couldn't get it deep in the zone. Now it's picked back up, walking in Waddle. Waddle with a shot and a save there by Kinney. First opportunity for Cony in the game, coming on the power play here, 30 seconds in. At the top of the circle, shot by Kelly is a save there by Kinney. Back to the left point, jumping off the bench, Cooper Clark able to keep it in, but now it's cleared all the way down by Luke Ghetto, and Bapst will be able to at least change a couple of players. Here comes Cony, up the left wing side for the Rams, it's Cooper Clark. Clark over the line, dropped it back, and it's swatted out literally out of the air by Lewis. Back it's Kelly. Kelly being forechecked by Lewis. Kelly leaves it there for Cooper Clark. Clark, check that, that's not Clark, that's Ben Platt. Platt dumps it in, back behind the net, picked up by Comstock. Got a penalty coming here. Another penalty is going to be called. And let's see what the call is here. Well, is it a penalty? That is the question. The officials are going to converse in front of the penalty bench. And let's see. It's like Platt going in. Time of the penalty is 4:50. And Platt is out. Didn't see why. So we are 4-on-4 now. A lot of open ice down the left wing side. Waddle slid it ahead too far, and heading it off of the pass was Owen Hart. Here's the announcement. Well, there's no way I'm going to hear that, so we'll just call it a 2-minute minor and leave it at that. Cross ice Comstock. Comstock right around Clark, centers it, and it goes right by the stick of Cooper Lewis, and it's all the way back to center ice. Now back in the Cony zone. Johnson misplayed it. Over the line now it's Lewis. Lewis with a shot, steered away by the stick there of Landon Foster. In the far corner, Leet can't clear. Kept in at the point by Brown. Brown slides it up. It's wide. Top of the face-off circle. Marriott in a screen. Needham. It's deflected wide. Still loose behind the net. Trying to center it. Brown goes bottom of the circle. Now top of the circle. Kicks it back down low to Burgoyce. Now back to the point to Needham. Needham down low, Burgoyce. Burgoyce tries the other side now. Stops bottom of the circle. A crazy angle shot wide. Loose puck to Brown. Brown back to the point to Needham. Needham in a screen. A save there by Legatron. Landon Foster. And it is cleared out. Now a power play for John Babst. Picking up the loose puck. Brown over the line. Steered away, though, by Branchett right on Foster. And Foster able to grab that. He'll hang on with the glove. 8:02 to go in the first. No score between Cony and John Babst on the score. More high school hockey coming here Monday night, where the Lewiston Blue Devils will take on the Winslow Black Tigers. 8:20 face-off. Get a chance to see some girls hockey, two of the best in the state. Face-off to the right of Foster. Back to the left point to Hart. Hart diagonally into the right wing corner off the boards. Oliver Rodrigue able to bounce it out to center. Misplayed there. Over the line now for the Cony Rams. Here's Deneen. A shot. It's wide. Boy, he rolled right in on Kinney alone and missed with a big shot. You could hear it smack into the dasher. Cony keeps it in. That one flutters by from the near boards to the left of Kinney. Now a centering pass, and it's broken up by Bodie Phillips, and just out of the zone. Breaking out now Brown. Brown, one man to beat. That's Lucas Drillin, and the shot is wide. Foster did come out, take some angle away, but he missed. Needham back at his own line, flips it up, trying to get it there to Bodie Phillips. Deflected off him. Deep it goes to Rodrigue. Rodrigue up the near side to Owen Lyons. It's picked up by Needham, though, at the blue line and fired right back in. Pulling it off the boards, Marriott. Down low, Rodrigue behind the net. Rodrigue to the side of the circle. Rodrigue clears it out to center, but Needham, again being a pest, cleared it right back in. Rodrigue will try it again. Rodrigue over the line, whistles one wide. Arister at the left point, pinching, keeping it in. For Cony was Callahan. Now out to center. Now it pops back to Needham at his own line. Needham, pass goes off the stick of Kyle LePage. LePage loses it. Burgoyce over the line. Burgoyce centers it. It's right there in the crease, and it's cleared out. Right there, loose in the crease for a second or so, and then cleared out by Cony. Burgoyce on the loose puck over the line. Burgoyce with a blast, and it's wide glove side. Off the dasher, the pressure here applied by John Babst. It is LePage. LePage just cleared it out. Jumping right back in on the puck is Luke Ghetto. Ghetto, a senior, takes it deep. Ghetto collides with Johnson behind the net. Now Cony will try to clear it up the near side where Needham is standing at the point. He's been able to keep it in, pinching a couple of times. That one slid wide by Owen Marriott. Now back to the point. Now it's cleared up and out of the zone. Here for Cony is LePage. A shot, score! In a screen. He was screened by Nick Needham. And Kyle LePage able to get it by Caden Kinney. It's 1-0 Cony. So LePage taking advantage of Needham there on a wrist shot. Time of the goal, 9:19. And it's 1-0 Cony on a play that really didn't look like it was going to be anything precarious at all, but the screen making all the difference. So it's 1-0 John Babst. 1-0 Cony. Now Babst trying to tie it, and that one just bounced by Landon Foster. 1-0 Cony on the goal by Kyle LePage. That is an even strength goal for LePage. Cleared in by the Rams. Back in the zone now. We have got icing called. So 5:13 to go here in the first period. No score. 1-0. Kyle LePage. Again, time of the goal, 9:19. Face off to the left of Foster. It will be Bodie Phillips on the draw here against Cooper Clark. Clark wins it to the dasher. Rolled around the other side to Callahan. Callahan cleared it out. Nice headman pass. Over the line now is Clark. Clark is wide. Glove save. That was going to go wide, but Kinney not taking a chance. That was a great headman pass to send in Cooper Clark. 5:01 to go in the first. 1-0 Cony. Face off to the left of Kinney, a freshman. All right, off the draw. Goes to Cardinal. Cardinal around the boards. Can't get it by Smith. He kept it in. Cardinal right back on it, though. Cardinal. Nice little flip pass ahead for Bodie Phillips. Phillips with a shot and a save by Foster. And there is no rebound. Tonight's game brought to you in part by the Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks always cost you less online at cmautogroup.com. Face off to the left of Landon Foster. Marriott will take it. That's Owen Marriott. It is won, though, by the Cony Rams, and the Rams able to bust it out. John Babst, though, and that's offside. Just in ahead of the play there for Cony was Lincoln Dobbin. And Dobbin called for the offside, so face-off outside the John Babst zone here with 4:40 to go in the first. Each team with a penalty. The goal, even strength. Off the draw, Owen Marriott. Over on the far side, picked up by Kelly at his own line. Kelly, the freshman defenseman. Kelly gets it up ahead to Kyle LePage, who's got the Cony goal. Kelly keeps it in. Kelly can't keep it in. Out of the zone now, Brown. Brown goes in and missed. Now it's kept in by John Babst as they look for the equalizer at the left point. Jumping up is Brown. Brown clears it deep. Cony trying to work it out. They're a little hemmed in here. Passes behind Platt. Burgoy's off the bench. Brand new shift. Goes low. Bottom of the circle. Now wheels around to the other side. Back to Needham. Needham at the point. A wrist shot wide. Jumping up is Lewis to pinch. At the right point, though, it gets by Comstock. John Babst is going to have to clear. They do. They touch up. And in the Cony zone, the Rams able to collect and at least get it outside the zone. Fired right back in by Comstock. 3.5 to go in the first. It's 1-0 in favor of Cony on a goal by Kyle LePage. Behind the net, tripped up is Ghetto. We're going to get a penalty here on Cony as Kelly, the freshman, is going to go out for a trip. Extra attacker on and a shot wide. Just inside the blue line by John Babs, just as the extra attacker came on. And Kelly is going to go out for tripping. So Kelly out. And he goes out at 11:47 for the trip. Face off to the right of Foster. Needham at the point. Waits for the defenseman to slide by, and he fired it very, very high. Clark dove out at Needham, and Needham very smartly just let him slide right by. Fired a shot, though, that was very, very high. Cardinal kept it in at the right point. Cony trying to get on it. Instead, getting on it is Burgoyce. Burgoyce deep behind the net to Ghetto. Ghetto turns, fires, misses on the stick side. Right point pinching Cardinal. John Babst able to keep it in. 1:25 remaining on the power play. 2.5 minutes to go in the first period. 1-0 Cony on a goal by Kyle LePage. Burgoyce right there to Needham. Needham brings it back to the point. Shoots in a screen. It was tipped, but by a stick of a Cony player by Zach Waddle. On the boards, Mariette gets it back over to Needham. Needham at the point. Screen drive. Patted away there by Foster. 55 seconds left on the power play here for John Babs. Cardinal shot is blocked, and Cony able to finally get a clear and get a change. Needham logged a lot of ice time so far. Slid it up. Smith has it in his skates. Now fires it all the way down, and Cony needed that. Back behind the nets. John Babst able to collect it. It's Needham. Check that, it's Brown. Brown at center, a good stick handle. Brown goes right around Dobbin. A backhander is wide of Foster. 20 seconds left on the man advantage. Babst looking for the equalizer here. It is Brown. Brown lost it to Lewis, his teammate. Lewis cleared it up. Now Needham at the point. In a screen, but right there, Foster able to sneak away from the screen and cover it. With 3 seconds left on the John Babst man advantage. So Babst will have an opportunity here with the extra attacker out there to get one last shot off. 1:16 to go in the period. Pretty rapidly played first. And the face-off to the right of Foster. Burgoyce and Platt on the draw. Won by Burgoyce. Back to Needham at the point. Picked up by Cony. Rams clear. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. It's Smith at center. Smith for Cony, trying to break away. He got upended. Cony looking for a penalty. None called. Now Rodriguez misplayed it over the line. It's Lewis. Lewis a shot and a save by Foster. Burgoyce with a rebound high and wide. Bang, bang right there by John Babst. In front, Burgoyce, a save by Foster. That was a lightning speed play for sure. Now breaking it out for the Cony Rams is LePage, who's got their goal. Fired it wide off the boards. Platt. Platt dumps it down low on the backhand. Cony rushing up, it's Rodriguez. Rodriguez back to the point to Callahan. Slides it up, a save there by Kinney. Now back to Rodriguez. Another save by Kinney off the pad. And boy, that was a quick whistle. Blown dead. That's a break for John Babst with 18.8 seconds left in the period. That puck came up pretty fast, but blown dead. And a face-off here to the left of Caden Kinney. 1-0 Cony. Draw one by John Babst. Comstock goes deep in his own zone on the other side to Mariette. Mariette gets it out of the zone. Now Curtis Brown with it. Overskated it. Now back at his own line, Comstock. 5 seconds left. Puck in neutral ice, and that will run the clock out for the first period. And that is it. One goal in the period scored by Kyle LePage of the Cony Rams, and that is it. First period in the books. The score, Cony 1, John Babst 0. Our first period intermission coming up, brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company. You're listening and watching to high school hockey on The Score.
Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough-loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensic, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
Do you need to replace your old, worn-out windows? Then you need to call Renewal by Andersen today. We're the replacement window division of Andersen, which means you can get your project started right away by scheduling a free in-home consultation. Ask your consultant about pricing options, including our 1-year price lock guarantee quote. Call now to schedule your free design consultation. This fantastic money-saving deal with great financing ends soon. Installation is always included. Call now.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight back here between the first and second period here tonight at the Ice Vault in Augusta. Our first period intermission is brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. One goal in the first period. It came at the 9:19 mark, and it was scored by Kyle LePage. Not that Kyle LePage, the other Kyle LePage.
I'm glad you addressed that.
Kyle LePage in a screen. On a screen, Nick Needham was doing his job as a defenseman, but he got in the way of that shot, and there's absolutely no way that Caden Kinney saw that, because I don't think it was a particularly fast or hard shot, but it was well placed. The screen really made a difference. Kyle LePage scored on a wrister at 9:19, couldn't pick up the assist on it, and that's it. 1-0 in favor of Cony. despite the fact that John Baptist had a territorial edge in that first period.
Yeah, I think you could tell. I mean, those if you watched along or listened along, I think you heard you call Landon Foster's name a lot, which is great from the standpoint of he's doing his job. He's standing on his head thus far, but I don't know that he necessarily wants to have to show off for that way for 3 straight periods.
Yeah, and it's not like John Baptist has buzzed him and they've had 25 shots or something like that, but they definitely had a territorial edge, and they certainly, if I had to guess, I would say the shots are somewhere like 13-7 in favor of John Baptist, something like that. So certainly that shows a good territorial edge there, but as we all know, it just takes one, and Kyle LePage, give him credit, great headman pass. He broke in on Needham, fired the shot in a screen. It gets by Kinney, and that's it. 1-0 in favor of Cony.
Yeah, I think the thing that's going to, for both these teams, didn't get a chance to get to it in the pregame with some technical difficulties. Both these teams almost spend, I think, Cony over a period in the penalty box on average. John Baptist near a penalty worth of time in the near a period worth of time in the penalty box. So neither of those teams, we've already seen, I think, 3 penalty box trips here in the first period. Do not want to do that. I mean, not really breaking ice, I think, with that one, but do not want to give extra opportunities to either offense.
No, the goal was an even strength goal, and frankly, the brief power plays that we had, because we had a couple of penalties that overlapped one another, really nobody had a great power play or anything like that. It's been a very generally slow-paced game. It's kind of gotten slogged down a little bit, although John Baptist has had the opportunities in the offensive zone. Many of their shots have come from beyond 30 or 40 feet, and you're not going to beat Landon Foster many times as long as he can see it, as long as there are no screens. We just saw what happens with a screen when that screen happens at the right time. That shot by Kyle LePage probably from, 20 feet out, and it really wasn't a buzzer or anything like that. It was just well placed, and with the screen, that's all that Kyle LePage needed to make it 1-0. But I had heard coming in that there wasn't much to choose between these two teams, and what I heard seems to be spot on after 15 minutes.
The interesting thing to me will be after 30 minutes, because John Baptist, as you talked about in the pregame, graduated 11 from last season's roster. Even in the lineups given to us by John Baptist, they really only go about 2 lines. They've got a couple of subs, but really 2 full lines, offense and defense, whereas Cony gave us almost the full lineup, and even Coach pointed out they feel really good about their top 3. Curious to see if that matters, especially in a close game late, if Cony looks a little bit fresher maybe in the final period.
Yeah, and because of our shortened pregame show, I didn't get a chance to mention that Doug Gervois is the brand new head coach at Cony High School after being an assistant coach there, so Gervois takes over. He does have a very, very healthy roster. There are a lot of kids out, given the combination of Cony, Halldale, Monmouth, Maranacook, Winthrop, Erskine Academy, Richmond, and Oceanside. Yeah. I missed Oceanside earlier. So you've got really a great mix. I mean, there are kids from all over the place, including the one player that I mentioned from Oceanside on the roster here, who I'm trying to see. I thought I had him marked, but I don't have him marked. But somebody, actually, a friend of mine, Greg Levinsky, who's been on the show many times, did a great feature in the Bangor Daily News a couple of weeks ago about all of the players in the state of Maine in high school hockey who do so much traveling because of the combination of all of these teams. They've had to, because they want to play hockey, they have to travel. And it's incredible the commitment they have.
It's a rarity, right? Messalonsky, obviously hockey, a team in our broadcast wheelhouse, quote unquote. So we see a good chunk of them, but the rarity of them being by themselves, because as you mentioned too, in the pregame, right, we saw the last 5. This John Baptist team has played the Brewer team twice, which is a combo team. I mean, everybody, Portland, South Portland, all of them.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it's become a way of life, particularly in high school hockey. That's all you really have to do. And yeah, I just found the story. It was actually written back on December the 26th, and the commutes are truly unbelievable for some of these kids. We're talking about Oceanside, the kid who plays for this team from Oceanside. Sometimes they have late night practices here because the ice is only available at that time. He has to drive from Rockland, where he lives, all the way to here. That's a good hour. practice, and then if it's a 10 or 10:30 practice, flip right around and drive back, and you don't get home till, God, early in the morning. So that is what we call a commitment for sure.
Yeah, no, I can't imagine. I cannot imagine.
All right, it's 1-0 in favor of Cony here in the first period, or the first period intermission, on a goal by Kyle LePage, even strength goal. A wrist shot in a screen at 9:19. That is it. So 1-0 Cony. We'll come back. Second period action coming up next on Sports Radio 1160 WSKW, The Score.
Welcome to Sparkling Ice. All right, team, another fruitful day at Sparkling Ice. Orange mango, how's it looking? Big and orange. Poetry. Vitamins and antioxidants, talk to me. Hi. Good talk. Strawberry lemonade, how is it flowing?
We have achieved Class 5 flavor rapids!
Love it. Bottle it. Sparkling Ice, anything but subtle.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
You know, credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan. When it comes to your family's winter safety, 201 Tire Battery and Service and Nokian Tires has your back with a Hakkapeliitta R5. These Nokians are pure safety, offering comfort plus increased range for electric vehicles and hybrids. Get your Nokian Hakkapeliitta R5s at 201 Tire Battery and Service, your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust, Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Your safety team is Nokian Tires and 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201 Vassalboro.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Mike Violet, AJ Knight, our Score crew back here live at the Ice Vault in Augusta. And we are set to go in the second period. If you are wondering why we don't have any replay, that's because we don't have any replay. That is finked out here. We're trying to figure out what's up with that. We probably won't by the end of this game, but somehow, some way, somebody took our replay.
Now, unfortunately, one of the true difficulties of winter sports is you get locked into buildings with a lot of metal, a lot of ceilings, all that, and cell phone signal. Internet becomes an issue, and when that happens, you have technical difficulties you have to sort through. Yeah.
You lose your replay.
Yeah.
So at least we've got our live picture, and that's all that matters. And we've got our graphics. That matters, so we're set to go here in the second period with Cony on top by a score of 1-0. Kelly, Platt, and LePage up front, with Smith and Johnson playing defense. Landon Foster down to our right. Burgoyce, Marriott, and Ghetto with Needham and Comstock, with Kinney playing defense. Kinney playing goal, which is defense. It's just goal. And Cony off the faceoff works it right in the offensive zone. Rams up 1-0 on a goal by Kyle LePage. Puck rolls around to the far side, pinching in for Cony to keep it in is LePage over there. Now Needham comes out of the corner with it. Needham over to Comstock. Comstock can't clear. Centering pass right there on the backhand is LePage looking for goal two, and he couldn't get good wood on it. Boy, he had Kinney dead to right. Far side, LePage keeps it in. Cony with pressure off the opening faceoff of the second. Now Burgoyce able to clear it up and out to Ghetto. Ghetto dumped it in. He got pinned to the boards there. Good check by Brown. In deep, a shot's deflected. Off the dasher, collected now by Clark. Clark can't clear. Kept in by Owen Hart. Now deep behind the net for the Cony Rams. It is Brandon Smith. Smith worked it up the boards for Clark. Dumped into the zone by LePage. Cony really needed a change up front. They still had their first line on from the opening faceoff of the second period. And the Rams a good pinch here. A good forecheck here. Pinching in was Brown at the point. Now that could be a slash on Ghetto, but none is called. He got slashed and knocked down. And now Cony retrieves. Here is Evan Okresik. Okresik over the line. Shot is a save there, made by Kinney. And now John Babs works it out of the zone. Brown just able to get it out of the zone. Now it's right back in. Cony pesky here to start the period. Clark back to the right point to LaValle. LaValle slid it wide to the back dasher. It's picked off in front by Comstock, who left it there for his goalkeeper, Kinney. And Kinney covers for the faceoff. 13:03 to go in the second. It is 1-0 Cony on a goal by Kyle LePage.
At Cony there, kind of that last possession before this one took a kind of a, just see what happens if you shoot it. There was a juicy rebound, but nobody was there.
All right, off the face-off, it is won by Curtis Brown to the near side. Marriott can't get it out. Kept in by Deneen for the moment anyway. Now it's slid into the Cony zone by Brown. Back to get it, LaValle. LaValle works it up and out. Up the left wing side, pass too far ahead of Deneen, and back there is Needham, who's a really good defenseman for John Baps, wearing number 29. Back to get it off the boards. It is stolen, kept alive by Deneen. Back to the right point, a drive and a screen by Smith, and we've got a breakaway. Over the line, Bodie Phillips, and a backhander, not even close. Kind of got steered off the play a little bit. And on his off wing, a backhander, not effective at all. Kept in by John Babst. Good job pinching at the right point there by Brown. Brown runs into Cony's Owen Lyons. Brown right now keeping everything alive, and now it's flipped up by Phillips. And it's covered there by Landon Foster. And we'll get a face-off in the Cony zone to the right of the senior goalkeeper with 11:56 remaining in the second. Still 1-0 Cony. Girls hockey Monday night. Lewiston at Winslow here at the Ice Vault at 8:20. Scheduled originally at 7:10. They moved it back because they needed to get some more ice time available. So they squeezed someone in, and we've got a penalty coming here. Got a penalty coming on Cony. Finally noticing that the official's arm is in the air. Kinney started to skate off, but it's touched by Cony. And going to the box is Kelly. And that's Kelly's second penalty of the game. It's a 2-minute minor at 3:30. We'll wait for the announcement on what it is. Might have been roughing. So the face-off to the left of Landon Foster. And now the referee, just as they were going to drop the puck.
That coach, I think, was chattering at him, Mike.
All right, and is there going to be a bench minor on Doug Gervois or somebody on his bench? Yeah. Cody Fournier is going to go and serve it. So a bench minor here on Cony, and a 5-on-3 advantage for John Babst. So some chirping off the bench, and we'll wait for the announcement. And so it's a 5-on-3 advantage for John Babst. Face off to the left of Foster. Won by Babst, back to the right point, it's Cardinal. Now Burgoy's top of the circle, screen drive, scores! No way Landon Foster could see that at all. It's a power play goal for Burgoy's, and this game is tied at 1.
Like you say, you got all that space to work with, and then you get the screen. And I guess tit for tat for John Babs, because obviously Cony gets one off a screen in the first. Now they get one off a screen here in the second.
Time of that goal, 3:38, so it takes them just 8 seconds. They'll get one man back, so still a power play here for John Babst. 5-on-4 now in favor of the Crusaders. Back it goes to Cardinal. Jeek, here's the announcement. If you can tell what he's saying, I will give you $100.
Yeah, I was say you can hear subway announcements there, because that's just what that sounds like.
That sounds like Charlie Brown's parents.
Yes.
Right there, that's for sure. The acoustics not real great, at least tonight anyway. Cardinal on the power play, a minute 20 left, top of the circle, dumps it down low to Burgoyes, who just scored. We'll have to rely on ourselves. Ghetto behind the net, over to Burgoyes. Burgoyes, bottom of the circle, reverses, down low, gets it back. Now trades places with Cardinal. Now to the side wall to Marriott, or Marriott it is. In front, it's cleared out and skated out by Alex Leet. Got Nate Marriott and Owen Marriott, Marryatt. On the bust out, it's Ghetto at center. 4 men up. Ghetto over the line with Marriott. Marriott right out in front of backhander is wide. Backhander from a tough angle. There by Luke Ghetto. Now top of the circle, sliding it. Oh, missing it there was Ghetto. As it was slid up by Comstock, a wide open side there with Foster. Shot in a screen by Burgoyes is blocked. Now centered, it's cleared away there by a defenseman. Excellent job there clearing it out by Zach Waddle. 14 seconds left on the man advantage, and from literally the goal line, Nick Needham shot it on net, and Foster smothered it.
To your point, Mike, about the domination in the first period of possession and shot time, the Crusaders already a 5-1 shot advantage here in the second period. Obviously, going up 5-3 on the 2 power plays helps, but still.
Face off to the right of Foster. 13 seconds left on the man advantage, and it's cleared out by Cony. Back at center, Comstock dumps it back in, and second man is back on from the bench minor, and we are back to 5-on-5. It's cleared out. This should be icing. No, they wave it off, saying that Babst touched it. So back in the Crusaders zone now. It's cleared out to center. Picked up there by Luke Johnson. Cleared it up. Comstock takes it right out. Now Platt at the red line, dumped it back to his defenseman. Almost a steal by Ghetto and nearly broke in alone. Right wing side. Owen Lyons in front, and puck slides through the crease. Kept alive by Platt. Behind the net, Brown takes a run at a Cony player, and they get it out of the zone, does John Babs. Cleared right back in by Oliver Rodrigue. Now LePage couldn't keep it in. Back to the Cony line, it's Johnson. Johnson slides it over to Rodrigue. Cony will change up partially on the fly here. Comstock back to get the loose puck. Rolls up the boards by Nathan Marriott. Marriott, I just want to have him be heir to the Marriott Hotel fortune, I guess. Shot right on, and a save by Kinney. No rebound. He'll hang on. 8.5 to go in the middle period. 1-1. Will Burgess. Let me try again here. Will Burgoyes with the. You can go that route. I'm going Burgoyes. Okay. I'm going to guess they've anglicized it, but it would be Bourgois back in the day. But it's Burgoyes, I think. And, of course, I'll probably get 6 emails tomorrow morning saying that it was, in fact, Bourgeois. All right, deep in the Baps zone. That ends up in the stands. Can you believe here at the Ice Vault there's no netting to protect the fans?
Hardcore
Talk
fans.
about old school, man.
Mike, I think we're seeing here on this, Cony maintaining some possession here, even strength, but you're talking about the difference in the shot quality or the threat quality. Yeah. The Rams just not the same as the Crusaders.
All right, left point kept in by Rodrigue, rolls around the board, stopped there by Comstock. Silas Comstock, junior defenseman, tries to come up the near boards, gets clogged up there in the corner. We got a scrum there in the corner. Cherry picking it out is Deneen. Deneen walks in front. A centering pass. Callahan jumped up from his defense position, and he took a shot at it, but he partially fanned on the shot. That was a good setup there by Ray Deneen. At center ice, Rodrigue flips it back in. It rolls off the dasher, a funny bounce, and Kinney covers it. And
Cony fans.
A lot of chatter going on. I thought we were going to get a penalty.
Deneen got kind of tangled up there with a John Baps player and went down. And I think that's right in front of those Cony fans.
All right, to the right of Caden Kinney, the freshman goalkeeper, is the faceoff. And it will be Brown on the draw with Zach Waddle. And they throw Brown out. And jumping in is Ghetto. One by Cony. To the left point, Brandon Smith rolls it around the boards. In the far corner, Leet kept it alive. Picking it up, though, Hart can't clear. Now it's cleared out by Ghetto. Dumped back to the John Baps line by Brandon Smith. And up the right wing side, John Baps up to Brown. Brown run into there by Waddle. Now over the line for Cony. Alex Leet left it. Picking it up is Clark. A shot wide. Right point. And pitching and keeping it is Johnson. That was a loud hit over there. Official trips over the red line. A shot is high and wide on the glove side of Kinney. Pressure here by Cony. From the high slot, score! Cooper Clark makes it 2-1.
Hard to see there, Mike. I'd be curious to take a look at that if that got deflected. But like you said, Clark let that one go from the high slot. That caught something because it ended up in the bottom left corner.
Well, I think we have another goal that got helped by a screen as Cooper Clark in the high slot, not really between the face-off circles, but up high. And that was a heck of a shot there by Cooper Clark, and it's 2-1 Cony.
I credit the Rams, too. That one created by just forechecking.
They were relentless for sure. Rams back in front, 2-1. Over the line, Kelly. Kelly, nice pass in the middle for Platt, and his shot is wide. LePage off the dasher, back to the point to Rodrigue. That's deflected wide by his own teammate, LePage. Behind the net, it rolls. Trying to pull it off the boards there, Cardinal. Cardinal got pinned to the boards by Kelly. Now side of the circle, it's Smith. Smith over to the other side, LePage. Shot is a waffler save there by Kinney with the blocker. And back to the Cony line, it's Kyle LePage. Bodie Phillips lost his stick. He's going to exit on the far side and be replaced over there by Ghetto. His stick is in the corner in his own zone. Winding up Rodrigue in his own end. Up to Kelly, left wing side. Kelly lead pass, headmanned it up for LePage, and it was knocked away there by G. Cardinal. That would have been a breakaway. Floating right now at center ice for the Cony Rams is Dobbin. Dobbin over the line, down low, centering pass, and Platt couldn't whack it. He was checked there by Cardinal. Now Burgoyce. Will Burgoyce, who's got the John Baps goal, clears it to center, knocked down by the glove of Johnson. Now Dobbin avoids a big check there by Burgoyce. And a little hook there, not called. In front, Kinney. Again, I think he was screened, and on his knees, he's able to get that shot and make the stop and cover it up with 5:12 to go in the second period. And Cony leading 2-1. The faceoff will be to the left of Caden Kinney.
How quick the momentum has turned, Mike. Now Cony's out shooting the Crusaders, John Baps, 6-5 in this period.
They've really picked it up. Got a loose stick in the corner that I had mentioned that Phillips had it knocked away, and it was just noticed by Needham. So referee will go over. Hand the stick over. We're set to go. Face off to the left here of Kinney. Off the draw to the dasher. It's Comstock. Left it there for Brown. Brown clears it up the boards. Back to fetch. Owen Lyons. Lyons off the dasher. Didn't really hit it hard enough, but it did get to Largay. Now at center, working it out is Deneen. Deneen cross ice, right wing side for Lyons. Lyons goes deep there on Needham, centering pass, poking at it in front was Deneen. He couldn't get Wood on it. And it's cleared all the way down. This will be icing on John Bapst with 4:42 left in the second. 2-1 Cony. Let's do a quick game reset brought to you by Midstate Machine. If you're looking for a career, check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. The goal in the first period scored by by Cony. Kyle LePage scored to make it 1-0. Then it was tied by Will Burgoyce in the second period on a power play at 3:38. Then Clark, a wrist shot from the high slot at 8:11 to make it 2-1. Game reset brought to you by Midstate Machine. Dumped in by Cony. Rams have certainly had the territorial edge here in the second period. Off the boards, it's Clark. Clark drove it down low. Clark goes down, knocked down Needham. Pulled out of the corner there by Leach. Shot is a save there by Kinney. And skating off that centering pass is Owen Marriott. Marriott clears it, icing here on Bapst. I think John Bapst is a little winded. They do not have a third line, AJ. And Cony does, and I think Doug Jervoy is going to take advantage of that.
Like I said, I was curious to see. I thought third period you would see it kick in, but like you said, it's Cony came off being two-man down, giving up that game-tying goal, and all of a sudden it seems like they found another gear.
Face off to the right of Kinney. It is Marriott and Waddle on the draw. It is won by Waddle, but it's out of the zone, dumped right back in. Cardinal around the boards on the near side to Hart. And Bapst, Marriott able to get it up and out of the zone. He got upended there on a check by Waddle. Now back at his own line, Owen Hart. Hart over to Cardinal. Cardinal, right-handed shot playing the left side defense. Now the loose puck spooned ahead by Lewis. Lewis over the line. Lewis easily goes wide on Drillin. Now deep, back to the right point it goes to Cardinal. Cardinal laid it over, shot by Hart, never got all the way through to Foster, off the boards, pulled there by Clark. Clark is the reason that Cony has a 2-1 lead. Goes wide, check from behind by Burgoyce. Off the boards, the wraparound bid is a save there by Kinney. Now that one's shot wide by Waddle. Back at the right point, Callahan kept it in. Callahan losing it, Marriott goes in, a breakaway. Oh, what a save by Foster with the left pad. Landon Foster made him, Marriott, make the first move. And Foster equal to the task. We got a loose glove, and we got a whistle. And this play is blown dead for icing. Got a loose glove on the Cony side, and it's picked up there by Connor Callahan. 2:52 to go in the second. 2-1 Cony.
Yeah, the breakout created by Cony trying to keep it at the blue line really had to stretch there, the defender, and then it got just poked, took a good bounce, and all of a sudden you get a breakaway out of it. But then Foster again has been pretty much up to the task tonight, minus the one shot he really didn't see.
Right, he was screened on that for sure. Face off outside the Cony line. Draw one by Platt. Cleared out to Kelly. Kelly, the freshman, just dumps it in the zone. And first on it, Needham. Needham can't get it by Kelly. Kelly kept it in, pinching. Down low for Platt. Ben Platt. Behind the net. Squirts back to Rodrigue, and Rodrigue not able to keep it in. Fired all the way down. Icing on Bapst. And again, I reiterate, John Bapst is tired.
Yeah, I mean, that's already, five, six icings they've gotten called for in the last 5 to 7 minutes of gameplay. They just kind of, minus that breakout right there, you kind of get on sort of a scramble play. They're really hanging on here to get out of this second period.
Face off to the right of Kinney. It is won by Platt to the side wall. Platt lost it to Brown. Brown skates it behind his own net. Brown up the left side with an opening, and he works it out. Good skating here by Brown. Brown with Ghetto. Brown forced wide by Johnson. Works it all the way around. Good rush by Brown, though. Can Bapst keep it in? No, it's worked out to center by Cony, and Comstock fires it right back in, diagonally right to left off the dasher. Johnson with it. 2 minutes to go in the second. 2-1 Cony. Centering pass to Brown, saved by Foster right on the doorstep. Comstock kept it in. Left point. The shot by Needham is steered away there by Landon Foster. Those point men on the first defense pairings for Devin Fitzpatrick are outstanding. Here's Needham. Needham walks in. Needham fires, scores! Well, I told you, they're awful good. And Nick Needham kept that puck in left point, broke it to the middle, and again, another goal from the high slot. And he beat Foster. We're tied at 2.
Yeah, and again, that one Mike created, as you saw, if you watched the stream, they had 4 or 5 guys stacked in a line there. There's no way Foster could see around that, and it squirts in.
So Needham ties it at 2 with $1:36 to go in the second. We got a good one. And over the line and offside as Lions worked it in, and Daubin was offside. Wah, 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 wah. That's what the PA guy just said.
I'm trying, but I'm getting nothing.
I think we should stop trying.
Yeah, no, that's
We're just going to have to go it alone. It's that simple. All right, off the draw outside the Baps line. Crusaders, see if they get a little jump from that goal here in the final minute 20. Driving it in. Cooper Lewis. Kept in by Baps. Lewis tries to walk in front, slid a very soft shot on, and it's turned away. And back in the other direction, here is Daubin. Daubin shot wide. That shot previous was turned away. Oh, a loose puck there. Owen Lyons shot it wide on the stick side. Cony with an opportunity, and with a minute to go, no icing. So we got a chase for it here. Back LePage to Rodrigue. And they get it up to Daubin. Daubin swept away. Good job there by Simon Comstock. Silas Comstock, excuse me. And Comstock back in his own zone with 40 seconds to go in the period, up by the point man Rodrigue. And now LePage at his own line. LePage. Burgoyce knocked it down. Deep now for the Cony Rams. It's LaValle. LaValle around the boards. Backhanded out by Alex Leitz. 20 seconds left in the period. Now backhanded in the zone by John Bapst. Deep is Ghetto. Burgoyce is there too. 10 seconds to go. They try to get it back to the point. Unsuccessful. Comstock was waiting for it there. Tied up right in front. Burgoyce wrapped at it there with 2 seconds to go, and that's it. So, 3 goals in the second period. Burgoyce tied it at 1. Clark made it 2-1 Cony. Needham ties it at 2. And so we will go to the third period in a 3-all tie. As we had to. Boy, a 2-all tie. 3 goals in the period, a 2-all tie. So score after 2 is John Bapst 2, Cody 2. You're watching and listening to high school hockey on The Score.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257. 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer? Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough-loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensics, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
Do you need to replace your old, worn-out windows? Then you need to call Renewal by Andersen today. We're the replacement window division of Andersen, which means you can get your project started right away by scheduling a free in-home consultation. Ask your consultant about pricing options, including our 1-year price lock guarantee quote. Call now to schedule your free design consultation. This fantastic money-saving deal with great financing ends soon. Installation is always included. Call now.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
Mike Violet, AJ Knights back here at the Ice Vault in Augusta. We are between the second and third period tonight. Our second period intermission is brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Got a 2-2 game. It was 1-0 at the end of one in favor of Cony on a Kyle LePage goal. Will Burgoyne, though, tied it at 3:38 in the second. The LePage goal, by the way, back in the first even strength. The Burgoyne goal in the second that tied it at 1 was a power play goal that came at 3:38, and that made it 1-1. Bapst and Cony tied at 1. And then just about 4.5 minutes later, Cooper Clark scored 8-11. The time of that goal in the second period to make it 2-1 Cony, that goal from the high slot, and then Nick Needham tied it up with just 1:36 seconds left in the second period. An even strength goal for Nick Needham as he beat Landon Foster on a play where he got the puck, stopped the puck from going out of the zone at the left point, kind of angled to the middle, and again another score from the high slot, fired and beat Landon Foster. And so we are 2-2 after 2.
Yeah, again on that Nick Needham goal too, much like the first one for John Bapst, there were a bunch of bodies in front of Foster as well. I don't think he saw that one at all. And so both teams actually have done a nice job screening the goalies tonight. It was interesting. The second period played out almost three different ways. John Baps obviously got those, drew the Cony penalty, then we got the bench minor, so John Baps up 5-3. They score quickly. What was it, 6 seconds, 8 seconds in on the first penalty. Cony gets one release. They don't score on the 5-on-4. Then all of a sudden Cony finds a gear, and they dominate for a stretch, and they go up 2-1. And then John Baps kind of sneaks one in there when we were talking, is John Baps getting tired? Are they kind of running out of gas in this period? Yeah, they go into the final period after kind of sneaking another one in, tied 2-2.
Yeah, each team has had their surges from time to time in this one. One team has surged, has had a territorial edge for several minutes, and then the pendulum swings in the other direction. The other team is able to get some good chances and keep possession of the puck in the offensive zone. But the goalies have played well tonight on the shots that they can see. I've been impressed by Landon Foster, who we knew was the real deal for the Cony Rams, but a freshman, Caden Kinney, a freshman playing goal tonight for Devin Fitzpatrick, the John Baps head coach, as he mentioned to us in an email, lost a lot of talent from last year, 10 or 11 seniors. Yeah. One of them was his starting goaltender, so you throw the kid out there, and he has not looked out of place.
No, he's played well, especially like you said, because the it's not like he has. I guess you used the phrase buzzing, which I would agree, but it's come in flurries, right? So it's not like he's had kind of time to. Because John Baps the first 5 minutes or so led the shots on goal 6. I think it was 6-1. 5 minutes in, 10 minutes in, Cony was up 8-6, and then at the end of the period, it's 9-8 Cony at the end of the period in terms of shots on goal. So you've had kind of these flurries that have come, and the goalies have kind of gone from those stretches where they don't see anything to all of a sudden they're seeing a lot of them.
And that comes after the first period where I thought Baps had the edge not only territorially but also, again, I'm guessing on shots, I'm thinking it had to be like 12, 13 to 7 or 8 or something like that in favor of the Crusaders. So each team has kind of won a period, and so now we go to what may be the tiebreaker going to the third period, tied at 2-2.
Yeah, and I think, again, for both these teams, right, not any new analysis here, but I think it's still relevant. Coming into this game, Cony averages over a period's worth of penalty time in the box. John Baps is near a period's worth of penalty time. We've seen Cony find themselves in the box a couple times, and that's what got the second period goal scoring started for the Crusaders. They go down 5-3. They were lucky to just give up the one. But in a tie game, last thing you really want to do, especially because when you're man down, it makes it that much easier for your goalie to get screened because not every hat's accounted for.
Our second period intermission brought to you by Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations, your building project partner. Find them online, hammondlumber.com. 2-2 after 2. Third period action coming up. Cony and John Baps after this on The Score.
Welcome to Sparkling Ice. All right, team, another fruitful day at Sparkling Ice. Orange mango, how's it looking? Big and orange. Poetry. Vitamins and antioxidants, talk to me. Hi. Good talk. Strawberry lemonade, how is it flowing?
We have achieved Class 5 flavor rapids!
Love it. Bottle it. Sparkling Ice, anything but subtle.
I came for a visit and I just fell in love with it.
They just want to see you be you and just excel.
There's a lot of opportunities here.
It really gives me time to figure out what I want to do with my life.
It's a good stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
The tuition is definitely part of what brought me here.
Credits transfer, that's huge, especially for a community college when you're trying to figure out what you want.
CM's the best place. Honestly, it's the best place. You got to be here to experience it.
At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. Maybe your existing system is failing or it's a new house lot. You need new installation. Call PJ Diggs. They can bring their site evaluator to design the right septic system. Headed to camp? Ditch the outhouse for a newly installed system. How about a septic system for your campsite? Imagine your own private campground. Already have a septic design? PJ Diggs can install it for you. Call 431-4299. That's 431-4299. At PJ Diggs, they know septic systems. 131 Hinkley Road, Canaan. When it comes to your family's winter safety, 201 Tire Battery and Service and Nokian Tires has your back with a Hakkapeliitta R5. These Nokians are pure safety, offering comfort plus increased range for electric vehicles and hybrids. Get your Nokian Hakkapeliitta R5s at 201 Tire Battery and Service, your complete auto center. Mechanics you can trust, Nokian Tires to keep you safe on the road. Your safety team is Nokian Tires and 201 Tire Battery and Service, Route 201 Vassalboro.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. From 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257. 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer? Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades, and Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Dixon's Country Market on the Neck Road, Benton has it all. Sunoco gas and 24-hour diesel, plus a jam-packed store with what you need to grab and go. And so much succulent food. Huge sandwiches, delicious wraps, and hand-tossed fresh dough-loaded pizza. They have drinks, snacks, fresh meat and cheese in their deli counter, plus local Lively's products that won't cost you a lot of money. And remember those whoopie pies? Delightful, delicious Dixon's Country Market in Benton, supporting local high school sports.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Mike Violet, AJ Knights, along with our score crew back here live at the Ice Vault as you see the teams come back onto the ice out of their respective dressing rooms, and through 30 minutes of hockey. Nothing to choose. We're tied at 2. Ashley, did we get a shot of the Cony Ram yet? The Ram, well, he's kind of out of view, or she, depending on who it is. Ashley getting a shot. The Ram is not in view at the moment. It's not been an active Ram tonight.
You can sort of see the horns there at the bottom of the glass.
That's as impressive a head of a mascot as I've seen with the horns, but not what you would call an active mascot, working the crowd, so to speak. But anyway, we are back to playing hockey, and Burgoyce wins the faceoff. Back in his own zone to Comstock, 2-2. As we begin here in the third. Comstock checked by Leitz over on the other side to Needham. Or check that to Burgoyce, and Burgoyce flips it out back to get it in the the Cony zone is Smith. Man, I'm a mess tonight. There's a glove save there. That was going to go wide by Nathan Marriott, but Foster not taking any chances.
Yeah, that was as he showed the quick flash of the leather there, too.
Yeah, just show off my glove hand.
Yeah, just in case you're thinking of going glove side.
Right. Face off to the right of Landon Foster and his showy glove hand. Burgoyce and Waddle on the draw. Won by Babs. Back to Comstock, and he fanned on it. And it goes outside the zone, and John Babs has to clear. Over on the near side for Cony. Working it up is LaValle. LaValle, touch pass in the middle for Clark. Clark's got a goal. Clark over the line with Waddle. Waddle didn't seem to know what he was going to do there, and it's skated off by Burgoyce. Burgoyce 2-on-2. The trailer is Ghetto. Goes in, save by that flashy glove of Landon Foster. Legatron, for those of you who did not see us broadcast Cony football games this fall, Legatron is the nickname of Landon Foster, who was brought onto the football team a few games into the season by Coach B.L. Lippert. He pilfered him from the golf team to be their kicker, and wow, what a kicker he turned out to be, to the point where it's a possibility for him in college now as a place kicker. He's got a heck of a leg. Good headman pass, but it's too far ahead of Kelly, swiped out by Cardinal. Cony has to regroup. Back to Johnson at his own line. Johnson checked by Marriott. Johnson worked it up to Platt. Ben Platt. Back to Johnson. Johnson up the boards to LePage. Too far ahead for him, and Owen Hart dumped it up into neutral ice. Marriott checked by Kelly, but it slides over to Cardinal. Cardinal has it again. Cardinal slides it. That should be icing. Nope, they're going to say no, it was touched. So they wave it off. A minute 40 into the third period. 2-2. Platt flips it high into the air, bounces off the dasher, collected there by Comstock. Comstock on the near side, trying to work it up the boards. Got some help there from Marriott. There's a shot from the right point by Smith. I too think that was going to go wide, but no way Kinney can take a chance on that, and it is icing. It'll be icing on John Bapps. The Crusaders fired it all the way down, and with 13 minutes left in the third, it is 2-2, and the draw will be back to the right of Kinney.
The interesting thing to see, Mike, is you pointed out several times that late in that second period, John Bapps looked tired. How quickly does that kick in here in the third?
Yeah, we'll see. Two lines. Here's Burgoyce. 3-on-1. Burgoyce over the line. Goes, and he never got the shot on net. 3 men up for John Bapps on a 3-on-1. They end up with no shots off the dasher. Marriott turned around, and his shot went wide. Up ahead now for Cony. Pass deflects off a skate and goes behind Deneen. Now dumped in, and Comstock beaten to it. Bailed out by Needham. Needham off the dasher in his own zone. Lions back to the point. Kept in by Oliver Rodrigue, and now it squirts out to center. Collected there by LaValle. Jacob LaValle. Right wing side, top of the circle. Slides it right into the slot. Nobody home there except G. Cardinal. Cardinal clears it out. Working it out now is Cooper Lewis. Lewis over the line, runs into Luke Johnson, centering pass, and Burgoyce couldn't get a shot off. Oh, then he did! A no-look backhander, and Foster made the save.
Yeah, heads-up play there by Foster, because that, especially again, there's traffic in front of you. That'd be an easy one to lose. It does hit him center mass, though, which makes it a little bit easier to react at least.
Face off to the left here of Landon Foster. 2-2. Off the draw, whacked at by Marriott. It's blocked. It goes into the corner. Keeping it alive there, Brown. Marriott with it. Back to the right point to Cardinal. Cardinal slides it up. It's loose there, and it's steered out of the zone by Zach Waddle. Up the right wing side, Cooper Clark. Clark forced to the boards. Now it's cleared out. And back at the red line, Drillin. Drillin laid it over. It's cleared in, and we've got a whistle, and I believe offsides.
Yeah, I think so. It had to be close there because it looked like Cony was waiting, but offsides here, I think, coming back out to center ice.
11:32 to go in the third. It is 2-2. Off the faceoff, walking in and shooting is Waddle, and a save there by Kinney. Loose puck picked up by Comstock. Pass handled well by Lewis. It was behind him. Lewis, good pass in the middle for Marriott. Marriott trying to get a backhander off, but he was harassed by Rodrigue. There's a shot right on, and Foster had to move lickety-split, and then didn't know where it was for a minute, and is able to cover it up. You know, when you do a hockey game and you lose your pen, always remember to look in your pocket. Needham at the left point. A deflected bid, and I actually think Foster got a piece of that without knowing it.
I think you're right.
I think it hit the shaft of his stick. Centering pass, and Burgoyce can't get it. John Bapps buzzing here. Burgoyce down low. Burgoyce taken away by Platt. Now to the far boards, and Cony able to work it up and up, or right back in is Needham. John Bapst has a little giddy up in their step here to start the third. Kept in by Burgoyce. Rolls around the boards. Deep now it's Marriott on the forecheck. Back to the point to Needham. Slides it up, and Ghetto tried to sort of jump in the way, I guess, and puck did not hit him. Ghetto has the puck out of the right corner, and a backhander as he got to the faceoff dot went wide. Ghetto with the loose puck back to Needham, looking for a tip. He didn't get it. It goes wide. Jumping up now, Comstock. Silas Comstock. Knocked down Burgoyce. Kept it in. Good move. Centers it. Poked away there by Johnson. Now backhanded in deep by Marriott. All the pressure here by John Babs, and icing Cony absolutely hemmed in their own zone, running around, and they get a much-needed draw with 9:57 to go in the third period.
Yeah, just in case that, I think it's surprising because we talked about John Babs looking tired at the end of the second. Here, Cony just looks gassed. They're just not trying to get to those pucks.
Face off to the right of Foster. Pops over on the far side to Daubin, and Daubin fanned on an attempt to clear. Rodrigue back in the middle for Dineen. Dineen missed it, and back in his own zone, Owen Hart. Hart slides it over on the right side to Cardinal. Cardinal to a streaking Brown. Brown over the line. Brown still with it on the stick handle. Brown stopped it, but nobody home, and it is cleared out by Cony. Back now is Cardinal. Daubin fires it right back in. Poked up by Dineen. No, he missed it. Now knocked down on the far side was Owen Lyons. Up it comes on the far boards to Lewis in his own zone. Kept in. Good job there by Rodrigue, and his shot is blocked. The rebound after the block is a save by Kinney. Off the stick of Rodrigue. We got a little jam going on.
And I think that's because I think it was Daubin after Kinney was able to swallow that one up. Daubin still gave him a little tap on his shoulder pad there. Of course, John Babs didn't take too kindly to that.
Face off to the right. And we've got a penalty. Brown's going out. So Curtis Brown for Babst going out at 5:47. And let's see if we're able to hear what the penalty is. It was in the midst of all of that jamming. Waddle at the point, score! They convert 3 seconds into the power play. And it's 3-2 Cony. Zach Waddle. And just like that, the tie is broken, 3-2 Cony.
And I talked about it in the intermission, right? Last thing you want to do is give them an offensive opportunity. John Babs was controlling this period. You get a silly penalty, and now you're down one.
3-2. The Brown penalty, which we still don't know why he went into the box, but the Brown penalty costly. The power play converted by Cony's Zach Waddle. Now cleared out, back to fetch Comstock in his own zone. Checked by Kelly. Here's the announcement. See if AJ can pick it up here. I've given up. Burgoyce over the line. Burgoyce lost it. Steered up by Smith. Smith forced wide. That was offside. And we're going to get a hook. So another penalty. So John Babs did not learn its lesson. And one of its best players now, Will Burgoyce, going off for hooking. Time of that penalty is 6:25.
Not even 30 seconds. No, wait. 20 seconds. 40 seconds later. Math is hard. Basically 40 seconds later from the first penalty. Not even the goal. That's from the first penalty.
Face off to the left of Caden Kinney. Waddle on the draw with Brown. Back to Kelly at the point, of forward. So 4 forwards being deployed here by Doug Jervoy. With Kelly at the right point. A lot of trust in a freshman, that's for sure. Waddle slides it around the boards. Off the dasher there, picked up by Dineen. Dineen works it behind the net. It is Brandon Smith. A shot saved there by Kinney, and unable to clear it was Brown. He fanned on the clearing attempt. Waddle kept it in, who just broke the tie. slid up there. Good shot from the point by Cooper Clark, but it was blocked. Now Cony keeps it in. Good power play here by the Rams. Clark jumps up on the pinch. Now it's picked up and fired out by Cardinal. Not far enough, though, so that John Babs can get a change, which they definitely need. Now Cony keeps it in again. Power play halfway done. 1 minute to go on the power play. 7.5 to go in the third. It's 3-2 Cony. Kelly throws his weight around. Now Waddle in a screen. That got blocked to the corner. John Babst in trouble right now in its own zone. Cardinal can't clear. And we're going to get an interference call on Ray Deneen. I have no idea where that happened.
Yeah, I'm with you, Mike. I missed it.
So Deneen out at 7:38, and did Brown get booted out of the game? He's losing his composure, slamming his stick. He got thrown out of the game. He
got ejected. He must have said a no-no word.
He had to. So a stoppage in play here with 7:22 left. A penalty called on, we think, Deneen. And now the officials are huddling near the John Babst penalty box.
Yeah, Curtis Brown is the John Babst player that was ejected.
He apparently was a very naughty boy.
He tried to put himself in the penalty box, and that ref immediately said, no, gone.
You're out. So Burgoyce is still in.
I think you're getting an explanation. Is somebody serving the pit? No, that's the coach. Sorry.
Well, they're going to have to put, I would assume, depends on what the penalty on Brown was. Was it a game misconduct? Was it a 10? Even if it was a 10, he'd be gone for the game anyway.
Yeah.
But, of course, it's a one-goal game, so you can't rule out overtime. But we have a major conference here as Devin Fitzpatrick, the John Babst coach, getting a full and thorough explanation of what in the wide, wide world of sports is going on. Meanwhile, the Cony players had skated out. Now they're going to go back. Faceoff's going to be outside the Babst zone.
Yeah, I missed what happened because I believe that was Clark caught that clearing attempt, and then they immediately blew the whistle.
Yeah,
and I was trying to figure out what he was doing.
I thought he called the penalty on Deneen for interference.
So, Mike, they got offsetting penalties, I think, up on the scoreboard, right?
I think that penalty may be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Brown, and he also got a game misconduct, but I don't know.
Got it.
So, and of course, we're not going to have any way to figure out what the PA announcer is saying.
No idea.
So what'd you hear?
Nothing.
Okay.
I have no idea what he said. I keep trying, but you just hear bop, 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 bop.
All right, so we have a 2-minute penalty on the board for John Babst, in addition to the penalty that was already up there on Burgoyce, which has 48 seconds left.
And they got one on Cony, too, because it's 4-on-3.
Yeah, it's 4-on-3, 4 for Cony, 3 for John Babst. And Deneen, I think, is in the box for Cony. So we're 4-on-3, so a lot of open ice. Off the draw, Clark. Clark over on the right wing side, the pass to Waddle. Waddle, back, left point for Clark. Clark shot saved there by Kinney, and they throw the rebound right back on him. Comstock does. Got to get any draw you can right now if you're John Babst, because their legs are weak. Face off to the right of Kinney. Draw one by Marriott. Off the dasher, though, scooped back by Clark. Back to the point. I don't know what he was thinking there. Kelly tried to get it back to the right point to Waddle, which was not the play to make. picked off by Marriott. Cooper Clark in his own zone. Clark up the left side for Platt. Platt over the line, dropped it for Kelly. Kelly back to the right point to Zach Waddell.
5 seconds left in the first penalty.
All right, so man back out, that's Burgoyce, so we're 4-on-4. Waddell couldn't keep it in. That goes over the glass and almost picked off somebody on the John Baps coaching staff. 6:27 left in the third. It's 3-2 Cony.
So based on just your, because I can't hear the announcers. I tried, but based on your guess here, Mike, you think there was something that happened between a Cony player and then a John Baps player, and Brown said something, and that's the difference? Because we have offsetting penalties.
You know what? It's as good a theory as any.
Okay.
Face off to the right here of Kinney.
Because I was watching Clark, and he's not in the box, so he didn't get the penalty.
4-on-4. Dobbin knocked a man down. Loose puck pops in front. And Burgoyce with Lewis. Over the line, Lewis. Poke checked away there. Solid defensive play by Smith. Knocked down by Lewis. Kept in the offensive zone, though, by Babst. Lewis goes deep. Has Burgoyce up the side of the net. Now stick handles it down low to Burgoyce. Burgoyce wheeling and dealing. Bottom of the circle. Back over on the other side to Lewis. Pass didn't connect, and it's cleared out by the Cony Rams. 5:50 left. We're 5-on-5 for another, 4-on-4 for another 25 seconds. G. Cardinal leaves it behind the net for Hart. Hart back up to Cardinal. Cardinal off the dasher to Burgoyce. Burgoyce, good stick handle around Waddle. Goes over the line, shoots, and a blocker save there. Made on the play by Landon Foster. Now kept in by Lewis. Lewis swept it down low. He got shoved there by Waddle. Now down deep in the Cony zone. Brandon Smith can't clear. Couldn't get it by Luke Ghetto. Ghetto flips it in. Babst has to get a change, and they do. Needham jumps up, took it away from LePage, but LePage got it right back, and he bounced one up there on Kinney. Kinney with a pad save, was going to smother it, then kicked it to a teammate. Over the line now for Cony. It's Lyons. Lyons poked away there by Comstock. Good defensive play by Comstock. It goes in front. Needham backhanded it away off the dasher. Hits the back of the net. Now back to the point. This is Oliver Rodrigue. Rodrigue, side circle to Leet. Leet, back to the point to Rodrigue. Checked there by Ghetto. Leet, bottom of the circle. Cony with the pressure here. They lead 3-2. Kept in by the Rams. Back at the right point to Smith. Smith scores! Check that. Cooper Clark scores! And an insurance goal for Cony. And they lead it 4-2.
That one, Kenny got a glove on it, just not enough of a glove on it.
So Cooper Clark makes it 4-2 Rams at 10:39. So that changes the dynamics of this one completely. And John Baps really going to have to dial it up. Down 2. Let's see if they do anything creatively in pulling the goaltender at some point. Off the boards, deep it's Cardinal. Cardinal off the dasher, trying to get it up to Bodie Phillips. Phillips can't clear. Kept in, left point, walking in, Smith, backhander in front, poking at it there, Platt. And it's covered by Kinney. A little shove there by Nathan Marriott to get Platt out of there. We've already had a jam or two tonight. And they blow it dead there. 3:55 to go in the third. And Cony has scored twice here in the period. Waddle scored at 5:51. Clark at 10:39.
And it looked like Baps had found a little burst of energy there post getting out of the 4-on-3 and then the 5-on-4.
Right.
But Cony able to forecheck their way to an opportunity.
Off the face-off, Platt, left wing corner. Centers it to LePage. He's got one tonight. His second bid for one there is stopped by Kinney. Headmanned out to Marriott. Marriott beaten to it there by Brandon Smith at the Cony line. Up the boards, Burgoyce kept it in. Cony kids having a fun time. Pulled out of the corner by Smith. Smith flips it up, bounces to center. Collected there by Cardinal. Cardinal flips it in. Stopped by Foster. Swept away by Foster. Up to LePage. LePage up. Off the skate of Platt. He played it to himself. Platt's pass didn't connect with Kelly. Goes down. Kinney not going to take any chances. And that's A. And B, any face-off you can get to give the troops a break, you're going to take.
Yeah, I think to your point, Mike, I think that's what you're seeing, that forecheck. Maybe starting to see the fatigue set in for the Crusaders. A fatigue / giving up that heartbreaking goal.
3:07 left. Face-off to the right here of Caden Kinney. Off the dasher, Deneen keeps it alive. Goes to the right wing corner to Lyons. Lyons lost it around to the other side. Over there is Lincoln Dobbin. Dobbin wraps it around. They're just playing a game around the boards. Is Cony now swept up and out by Nathan Marriott. Over the line, Ghetto. Ghetto with a easy shot, steered away by the stick of Foster. In the near corner. Owen Lyons can't get it out, and now it is swept out of the zone by Lincoln Dobbin. Ghetto couldn't keep control of it at his own line. It's swept in by Cony. Good job there to get it in the zone by Owen Lyons. 2:20 left. Lyons with it from a crazy angle from the boards. His shot was stopped there by Kinney. Burgoyce up to Ghetto. Ghetto avoids a check. Well, he didn't. He actually got hit, and that's going to be a penalty on Cony as Ghetto kind of got tripped up there. And so that penalty is going to go on Lincoln Dobbin for tripping, and that will give John Bapst a power play here for all but 7 seconds of what's left in the game.
And again, Cony playing with fire there because, Bapst gets one here in a hurry. It's a 1-goal game again. Now pulling the goalie's extremely on the table.
Time of the penalty, 12:53. Cony wins the face-off, and they fire it all the way down. Hustling is Needham. Time is of the essence here for John Bapst, and he got tripped, and that's going to be a penalty. Needham got upended, and then Alex Leach, and we got a jam going on here. On the far boards, and I think we may have more than just a minor penalty coming.
Yeah, that's Leach going. Leach gone.
Yep, he's out. So Alex Leach, we've had 2 players ejected from the game. Curtis Brown for John Bapst. Alex Leach for Cony. We have 1:45 left on Dobbin's trip. And also being told to leave is Cooper Lewis. So he slams the door open. So as chippy as a game as I've seen in a couple of years.
At 3 ejections, 2 for John Bapst, 1 for Cony. And that one, Lee kind of the instigator, I think, in that more than anybody else. He gets the penalty and then kind of just sort of bodies up there. Lewis, I think, sort of more so defending himself, gets kind of tangled up into it.
Well, the retaliation usually is the one that gets caught. They did catch Lee, and he was going to go.
And he seemed to know pretty much immediately his night was over.
Yeah, I think he figured, what the heck, I may as well get my money's worth. And he did. The problem with that is you don't get to play in the next game if you get ejected.
Well, so there's that long term, right? Next game. But the other thing, as you pointed out, right, so no matter what, this should be 4-on-3?
I think that's how it's going to play out.
Because it was already 5-on-4 John Bapst, and there was it a hook, right? Or a tripping, excuse me.
It was a trip.
A trip, so that was that was on Leet, and so you're looking at 5-on-3, then you get the scrum, and I imagine you're going to get matching penalties to go along with that.
All right, so one of the officials over to the penalty bench. And apparently somebody took a timeout out of all of that. So that's what the buzzer was doing, was calling the players back onto the ice.
The refs probably to explain it all. I mean.
All right, so I see 5-on-3. I see 6-on-3 because they pulled the goalie, which I was wondering if Devin Fitzpatrick would do. Why not?
I'm with you, Mike. Your eyes are correct.
Yep.
I also see 6-on-3.
So we're 6-on-3 here. So John Babst with a 3-man advantage, no goalkeeper. And it is Platt on the draw with Ghetto. Won by Babst. Burgoy shoots, and I think it hit the backside there of Owen Hart. And it's cleared out, and that may go into the net. It is in! An empty net goal. And that's going to be credited to Ben Platt. A 6-on-3 advantage. Cony gets the loose puck, and Platt just got enough on it to get it into the net.
I know empty net, right? Going to be the first thing you say there, but I think it's to throw up there. It was 6-on-3, and I found a way to score, guys.
Yep.
What a backbreaker for Babst.
And so back in is Kinney. And it is 5-2. Still, of course, a 2-man advantage. And actually, I wouldn't. He's out now. I was going to say, you may as well take him out, and let's see if they can get another one. Oh, it hit the goalpost!
That was Platt again, wasn't it?
Yes. Platt going to pad the stats on empty net goals, or at least try to. Here's Burgoyce. Burgoyce with Marriott. Marriott slows down. Burgoyce drops for Ghetto. Ghetto side of the circle, bottom of the circle to Burgoyce. A minute to go in the game. It's a 3-goal lead now for Cony. Back to Needham at the point. Fired it wide. Got to get it on net. Burgoyce off the boards. May as well shoot the darn thing. Needham, you can't look for a perfect shot here. Just shoot it.
Hey.
Needham deflected.
Yeah, like you said, you got a lot of extra bodies. Just hoping for a rebound.
Exactly.
So get it on goal.
Burgoyce, 40 seconds left. Back to Needham. Needham in a screen. There it is. I don't know if Foster stopped that or it hit a body in front. Now it squirts out. And, of course, no icing.
I do think Foster caught that, I think, about up on his shoulder.
All right, so we'll give him a save. Final 25 seconds. Here is Will Burgoyce. Burgoyce over the line. Everybody on side. Back to Needham. Right side for Cardinal. A shot. Save Foster. Rebound. Save Foster off the stick of Bodie Phillips. We got more jamming going on.
That 2 great saves. One extremely in close. That's Cony just trying to get out of here. 4 seconds left in the first penalty. Only 11 left in the game.
All right, face off to the left of Landon Turner. Still a 2-man advantage here. 3 men with the goalie out. Oh, a one-timer is wide by Marriott. He didn't get anything on it. In the slot, Burgoyce, you got to shoot the thing. Shot by Needham is a save there by Turner. 2 seconds to go, or Foster, I should say, and that's it. So a big third period by the Cony Rams as they score 3 times. A 2-2 deadlock after 2. Cony scores 3 in the third. And our final score tonight here in this one, the Cony Rams 5, the John Babst Crusaders 2, the post-game show and our score player of the game coming up on Sports Radio 1160 WSKW. The Score.
Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Over 40 academic degrees and programs recognized as some of the best in the United States. Nursing, criminal justice, forensic, psychology, IT, education, culinary arts, and so much more. Offering one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Plus, a top-seeded national champion producing athletics department. Central Maine Community College in Auburn. Find your passion. Go to cmcc.edu.
Do you need to replace your old, worn-out windows? Then you need to call Renewal by Anderson today. We're the replacement window division of Anderson, which means you can get your project started right away by scheduling a free in-home consultation. Ask your consultant about pricing options, including our 1-year price lock guarantee quote. Call now to schedule your free design consultation. This fantastic money-saving deal with great financing ends soon. Installation is always included. Call now.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
All right, Mike Violet, AJ Knight back here post-game. It's going to be a quickie because we don't have any highlights because the highlight machine, the replay machine, done got busted tonight. So
figures, too, in a game with 3 ejections and 7 goals, the instant replay goes down because of just the funkiness of the ice fault. But
Cony scored first at the 9:19 mark of the first period. Kyle LePage lit the lamp, a wrist shot, even strength goal. It was 1-0 in favor of Cony after the first period. Will Burgoyce tied it up on a power play early in the second period for John Bapst at 3:38, and it was 1-1 there. But Cooper Clark scored the first of 2 here tonight for him at 8:11, made it 2-1. And then, though, it was tied up by Zach Waddle on a power play in the second period. 2-2 at the end of 2. We go to the third. That's when Waddle scored on a power play to make it 3-2. And then Dineen scored at 7:38 to make it, Clark scored again, his second of the game. I can't even read my own writing to make it 4-2 because I've chicken scratched it to death. 4-2 there. That came at 10:39. Then Platt into an empty net at 13:20.
Nearly twice.
Yeah, nearly twice. That was the first of almost 2 empty net goals for him, and that closed out the scoring and the way it finished at 5-2. And so really no surprise, a multiple goal scorer tonight. Cooper Clark, the sophomore forward for the Cony Rams, is our score player of the game.
Yeah, and just really back and forth. I think the final score, I mean, tell me if you disagree, Mike, but I feel like the final score doesn't really reflect how close this game was.
I think it was a very evenly matched game. Very little to choose between these two teams.
Which is what you had heard, right? You said that in the pregame.
Yeah, a couple of people I had talked to, I had emailed a couple of people beside the coaches who have seen each of them and thought it was a fairly evenly matched team between these two teams, and that's certainly the way it played out. A 5-2 score, not indicative of how close this was.
Yeah, in fact, if you take a look, missed the first period, dealing with technical difficulties, but in terms of shots, second and third period combined, John Bapst had 18, and then second and third period combined for Cony, they had 18. So they both had the same amount of shots on goal. Power plays kind of got nuts there at the end as we got ejections and trying to track everything down and trying to track down the announcements. But, yeah, I think, and that's probably part of the reason for the chippiness. Both teams knew they could get this one. And John Bapst, I think, as it slid away late, kind of lost their composure a little bit.
And Cony gets win number 6 on the year in the process. So congrats to Cooper Clark for being our score player of the game. We will give him a very nice gift certificate to Sonny's Pizza on Main Street in downtown Fairfield. And who knows, we might throw him some sparkling ice from Valley Beverage of Lewiston as well. So that's going to do it for us here tonight from the Ice Vault in Augusta. For Ashley, for Ryan Bell, we wish Ryan Bell well because we are bidding him adieu for the spring semester as he goes back to Dean College in Massachusetts, but also serves an internship at the Sports Hub, 98.5, the Sports Hub in Boston. So, Ryan, good luck with that. Hopefully we'll be able to snag him back at some point in time. Also for AJ Knight, I'm Mike Violet saying so long from the Ice Vault in Augusta. Final score here tonight, Cony Rams 5 and the John Bapst Crusaders 2. Good night.
Thanks for tuning in to The Score. In case you don't want to miss the next one, subscribe, like, and hit the bell to stay informed. This is the place for free local high school sports, The Score. And it's been brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Mid-State Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone & Stove, 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, PJ Diggs, Renewal by Anderson, Assistance Plus, Computer Improvements, Dixon's Country Market, and by Casella Waste.